It's your girl Creole. Let's go. It's your girl Creole. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. Retro. It's your boy Retro. Let's go. It's Creole. Let's go. It's Creole. Let's go. Your girl Creole. Let's go. Your girl Creole. Oh yeah. It's your girl Creole. Let's go. It's your girl Creole. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. But yeah.
Let it.
So we've been having issues with we'll start it and we'll record the podcast and then all of a sudden, when I go to edit it, the damn thing is not picking up the beginning of it. So right now I'm just letting it run. So we're not going to get onto all of that.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, man, like that, who that was, Babyface and
Teddy Riley.
Yeah, we're trying to, not trying to be like that.
Oh, yeah.
But one day we was recording on our old recorder and it crapped out on us.
Oh.
And so we got one of my best friends to go pick up this one. So this is actually the one I wanted to upgrade eventually. Mm-hmm. And once we actually get the actual setup, this is going to be like the traveling set. And then we're going to get a actual more setup where it's like, official setup.
Yeah. I mean, look, that's the way to do it. Get it started,
Oh, yeah.
It's like learning languages. They tell you just go into it. You'll be sloppy, but it's better to go into it than try to perfect it. And people think it's funny when you're trying to speak their language. They think it's cute, So it's like just dive into it. So,
but they like it when you try at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, hey, we always open. I mean, I'm the type. I mean, me and her, we always open to trying new things and stuff. I'm interested in everything, so it's like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we go somewhere. I'm like, what y'all do around here? What y'all eat? I'll try it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because my mom always talk about the time when she because my dad was stationed in Germany when they first got married, mm-hmm. and so my mom was sitting up there with the book trying to figure out what she needs to say, and she said a guy just smiled at her and goes, "I love it when Americans try to speak German." She's like, "I can't believe you speak English all this time."
That's funny.
All right, so I think we're good. We can dive into it. What's up, y'all? This is your boy Retro.
And this is your girl Creole.
And this is another episode another Tuesday in New Orleans. And we have a very special guest with us. Like I said, we're going to try to do more, have more people on the show interacting with us and, bring our little treats and bits out here. Well, obviously, Creole kind of already spoke to this guest, so you.
But he didn't know it was me. But no, this is your.
It doesn't matter.
This is. No, I'm gonna let you introduce him because you really wanted him to get here.
You go ahead, introduce him,
babe.
No,
go ahead.
So if y'all don't know, the guest we have on here, he's a very talented young man. His art is amazing. He has a gallery on magazine. We might go drive by and rob a few pieces. If you ever come in the city, or if you are in the city, make sure you go check out his gallery. Like I say, very talented young man. I don't have to really say much because once I say his name, once he introduce himself, y'all gonna be like, oh man, they got him on there. I'm like, yeah, we trying to pull big names out here. But we have Mr. Terrance Osborne.
Yes, correct? Sir. Yes, sir.
And I thank you once more for coming in and being part of the show. Like I say, you're like I said, when I reached out to you on Instagram and you responded back, I was like, man, this dude's really. You know what? You're supposed to bring out the shoes.
They're right there in the room.
Go get it.
Oh, Lord.
Shoes, what?
So thank you. Thank you for coming, man.
Yeah, of course. I'm happy to be here. It's funny watching y'all work.
Oh man, this is how it is, this life in general.
Yeah.
So Terrance, or do you have a name?
Terrance is good. Yeah,
Terrance,
let's keep this real.
Terrance, Terrance. Yeah. So Terrance from New Orleans.
Yep.
I saw that you went to NOCCA.
Yeah, I went to NOCCA.
I went to NOCCA also.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What'd you go for?
Jazz performance.
Okay. All right. What year did you graduate?
So I'm originally from a place called Bootville, Louisiana. It's an hour south. So I could only go during the weekends. So I went through the summer program and I went through the weekends in 2000. It was either 2003 or 2004. Okay. I was going there on the weekends. But when I went, the summer I went, that's where I saw Trombone Shorty and John Baptiste. And, you know, when I didn't really know who they were at the time because people were like, oh, my God, that's Trombone Shorty. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Who is he?
Yeah. You know, it's crazy because at the time, any and everybody who is successful and talented in New Orleans probably went to NOCCA, right? So when I was there, Shorty was there a little later. I might have caught the end or whatever, but the people that were there at the time were there some of the Marcelluses, Irvin Mayfield, you know, those guys were there at that time. But yeah, it's like that school. It's like, and I tell people all the time, it's like Fame, the show Fame, except all the disciplines are there. And they, like, when you go to NOCCA and then you go to college after that, you're like, oh, I got this. I did this, I did that. You know, I did painting, drawing. You know, when they put a model in drawing class, a nude model in front of you, you're like, yeah, I'm good. I've seen that. Yeah,
nothing new.
Yeah,
you know, and I was so upset because, like I say, I was an hour away from the city, so I really couldn't go like during the week. You know, I had to do the weekend program. And because I had a friend who told me about it because he was going. I said, I never heard of it. And he was a drummer. So when I went, and like you say, it's like, man, this is where I need to be. This is where I wanted to be. This, because music was my passion. But my school wouldn't allow me to leave early to go up there, to come up here to do it. I really, like I say, if I would have known about it sooner, I probably would have moved in with my Uncle Gerald and did that.
Yeah, just find a school up here so you can be closer.
Yeah, man, because I'm not going to lie. Even though I went on the weekends, but that summer program I went through and the weekend program, I'm telling you, were the best like moments of my life that I enjoyed. Just, I felt like I could just create and just be free and learn and master my craft and all of that. So,
yeah, well, you know, I think one of the reasons that the school system has failed over the years is because they've ignored the idea that when a student is doing what they like to do, you don't have to motivate them.
Exactly.
So I think that the whole system should be, all right, what you're interested in, let's put you in that and give you other stuff. But like early, like why delay it and tell you when you get to college, then you can do it. And then when you get to college, you don't really do it. You know,
or even like
crazy.
Wait till high school. Cause I know like growing up, like it used to start early, like elementary, middle school had bands and they had art and they had all that stuff like that. And they started cutting all that out.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's changing though. You know, I do have faith.
Yeah, hopefully sooner or later. I remember I had substituted teaching at a school back home, and I'm like, okay, it's recess time. And they're like, oh no, we don't go out and play. We just read. I say, I don't go out and play.
What?
Yeah, it's called enrichment. I'm like, enrichment?
Oh,
I say, okay.
No.
I say, okay, y'all got like art class and all that? No, we don't have. I say, y'all don't have art? So I'm like, what? Y'all killing these kids, their minds be able to create and imagine and just, you know, be dreamless. You're killing that. And that's why these kids want to sit here and grow up so fast and be adults. You're killing the whole child dream and the whole being a child thing in the school system.
Yeah. Like you're not adults and machines. Like you have to be a child. You gotta start from that. Start from being a child and then, teach them everything.
I mean, especially in this city. I mean, growing up is all about music and the art and things like that. That's what we're known for. So I don't know why they try their best to try to take it away. But I mean, that's also people from out of town, trying to change the way we do things and try to make it.
But I think the problem is that the heavy hitters aren't putting their foot down or putting the staple down for the city when it comes to that. Because like I said, you had with Marcellus, he went and opened up that whole jazz school up there in New York. I'm like, why not here?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, this is the birth of jazz. Why not? I mean, we have NOCCA, but and I'm grateful for that for the younger high schoolers. Mm-hmm. But why, if I want to go further into, why do I gotta go to Berkeley School in Massachusetts, or like I say out there in New York to that jazz school up there? Why isn't there like a college institution for music and art that's dedicated in here in New Orleans for those creative people down here? Because like you said, like I said, like I saw you like I said, you went to NOCCA, graduated, and you went to college. Where did you go?
Xavier.
Mm-hmm. And after that, you did some teaching?
Yeah, I taught at elementary school and a high school for 5 years.
How did you like that?
It was good. I mean, the thing is, I was a great teacher, but if you were to ask the principal, I didn't do I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Now I don't mean that I wasn't. So what I'm saying is, like, I had my kids doing artwork, and then at the end of the year, like, they would do artwork all year. At the end of the year, they would sell their artwork at an art gallery.
Oh, okay.
Or they'd be in the paper, in the magazine. They won awards, all of that. But I refused to do my what do you call that? IPs, the paperwork that you have to do for each kid.
Oh, yeah.
And also my I'm drawing a blank. Your curriculum.
Yeah, like lesson plans and all that stuff like that. Yeah.
I had no lesson plans.
Right.
And they kept asking, like, Mr. Osborne, can you turn in your lesson plans? Like, yeah, nah. I didn't turn it
you're teaching
for 5 years. I did not turn in one. Yeah, I mean,
it's art.
Yeah.
It is art.
Yeah.
I have students selling their pieces. What don't?
And bringing attention to the school and all that stuff like that.
I would think that would be enough.
Right. Oh no, but, trust. I'm the child of 2 teachers. My sister's a teacher, and I mean, they all hate lesson plan. Like every Sunday night, just hearing my parents go, I gotta do lesson plans. Like they hate that part.
And that's how I know I can't work for anybody else. Right. It's like I have to do my own thing, Those lesson plans were like they were chasing after me the whole time, but I was like,
And my mom was a PE teacher, so even she was like, why? Like,
I know.
But I don't understand. How can you have a lesson plan? Right. How can you put a lesson plan?
I'm gonna teach them this sport and then let them play it. What more do you want?
It's play. You can't. I mean, you can have certain rules, but play is boundless.
Right.
You just have to do it.
Well, that's the same thing with the art. Like, how can you? I don't understand. Why would you need a lesson plan on art?
Yeah. And then most of the time, art is a silent experience. So you learn by looking at what another artist is doing or has done. Like, that's why people go to art galleries. They look at, or museums where they look at what the artist did, and that tells them what they need to know. I mean, you got art history, that stuff. Yeah. Okay. But most kids don't really care about that.
Right.
They just want to paint, and they want to see or create art, and they also want to see what other artists have done. It's very straightforward. So I never gave my energy to all that other stuff.
I don't blame you, man. Some of the things don't make no sense, and that's why I feel like the school system is where they are now. Yeah. But before I got into music, I used to paint. I used to be in art. And when I was younger, they brought me up here to the city, and I was in the gifted and talented program. And like what they did was they sent me like a supply kit of paints and charcoals, and I got to take some art classes with the high schools while I was in elementary. And I used to, like I said, that used to be my thing, painting and drawing. I used to wake up and watch your boy on TV,
Bob Ross,
and he'd be right there, oh, happy trees.
Happy trees.
I'd be right there with my happy trees and everything. But
so you're multi-talented. So the music, art, all right, I see it.
Something. But when I got big with that music bug, that was it. It. But I could do it. I could dib a dab, a little something. Like I do want to get back to painting, but just mainly just as a source of just an outlet, just to create, because I like to create. But she was supposed to be going to NOCCA herself too. She told me.
St. Mary's wouldn't let me get out of school early, and then I ended up in the band.
Is that what you were trying to get out of school early, or you actually wanted to do?
So I went to St. Mary's and I wanted to do acting, and so my mom waited till after the fact, like after I had already joined the band and everything like that. And was like, I really was gonna see about sending you to NOCCA for acting. I was like, why didn't you tell me that ahead of time? Like now I'm already in the band, and I'm not the type to like just quit things.
Well,
so.
NOCCA has music though.
I wasn't that good music wise.
She's so, first of all, the reason why she joined the band, and she's so envying herself. She's so just, it's about her.
What?
The reason
I joined the band because I just want the march.
No, but then she was like, she plays the trombone, and I'm like, oh, what? You always been curious about it? No. They are in the front of the line, so I want to be seen.
Oh, all right. front stage, center stage.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. And girls don't usually play the trombone. That's for sure. You must have been the only one on the line.
No, we had a full line. Like the girl walked up to me, she's like, "You should," because I originally wanted to be a drummer.
Yeah,
I wanted to be a drummer. They didn't have any more space, and so I was trying to figure out what else I was gonna play. So I was like, well, maybe trumpet, because my cousin played trumpet, and things like that. And my friend Elma walked up to me and she was like, you should come play trombone because we march in the front and you're not going to be in the back. And I was like, okay,
cool. Ego, right to the front.
Very much so.
I'm mad at you.
Ego driven. But, so you left from the teaching, you did that for 5 years, and then you decided to go out and do your own thing.
I mean, it's probably not that pretty. Katrina kicked me out, right? Basically,
gotcha.
I'm teaching, and really, I did my job well, but I didn't want to do it. It's not that I didn't want to teach the kids. I didn't want to teach.
You didn't want all that other stuff that comes with it.
Yeah, like because there were two artists at the time who were like the artists who were top artists in the city. There's George Rodrigue, who's the Blue Dog guy, right? And then James Michalopoulos, who's another artist who does houses, like colorful stuff. So and Richard Thomas, actually 3 people. So Richard Thomas was kind of the top artist. So I'm looking at these guys and I'm like, man, that's what I want. I want to just do my artwork. And these guys are like in their 60s,
right?
And I'm in my 20s. And I'm just like, okay, I guess when I'm in my 60s, I'll be like that. I don't know why I set that time in my mind. That's what I thought.
That's how long it was going to take you.
Yeah, far from that.
Yeah, and then when Katrina hit, now, mind you, I was already doing better. Like I was making about $35,000 as a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
And which is not a whole lot as a teacher.
I'm making that now. That's customer service. You talking about making that as a teacher?
And 3 kids. I had 3 kids and like all of that. So, I got this job one summer. Actually, my wife pushed it. With the Hilton. And so she made this proposal, put it together as if it was me. And I took a picture of the wall and went in Photoshop and dragged some artwork on it, printed it out. So we put that together. And I didn't believe they were going to even call. This was like, I'm a school teacher. This is the Hilton. At the time, like Paris Hilton was hot, right? She was like the thing. I was like, this is Hilton. So anyway, they called and they were like, yeah, now this is a 100-foot mural outside. and they called, and my wife was like, so what do you want to tell them, like how much you want to get paid? I was like, well, I don't know. Now at the time I was like, I mean, I was only making about like $1,000 or so on my originals, which is I figured was a lot at the time.
Right.
So I was like, I don't know, maybe like 10,000. Now we're talking 100-foot mural, 100 by 40. And my wife was like, why don't you just tell them like 55,000? I was like, what? And says no way. So I was like, you tell them that, so I'm like trying to, brush it off. So I don't know how I said it in the meeting, but I said it, and we actually negotiated down to 35,000. Which was what my teacher pay was that year.
For a year.
So that was the first time I actually generated more income with my art than I was.
That's when it had to click. That's when it clicked.
Like, yeah, that was the formula right there. We use that formula like to sending proposals to people from that point on. But when Katrina hit, that's when my teaching job ended. My wife was like, "Why don't you just do what you say you want to do, just do your art?"
Yeah.
I still didn't believe it yet, but I couldn't get back to teaching because the jobs that I had, I kept going and more tagged on to the end of that. And then before you know, I was like, man, I'm actually doing it. Like, I don't have to go look for a teaching job.
Right. I'm not 65 years old doing this either. I'm out here doing it young and ready.
Yeah, exactly. So that was like that first time that light bulb went off, and I believed that I could do it. And fast forward, here we are. It's like years later. I haven't taught since then.
Man. So you don't do like painting with a twist kind of things, like have some friends.
No time for that.
I'm just saying, you might have some friends come over. Hey, y'all want to come paint and drink with me? Set them up.
Nah, I don't do that.
Oh, man, say, nah, man, you want me? You gotta. What's up?
Nah, I mean, really, the gallery takes a lot of my time. I have to create art to keep up there and keep selling. So. I mean, it's not that I won't do it. I did do that one time. I was more like the guest artist at Painting with a Twist.
Okay.
Of course, in Canvas, whichever one it was. And went in, and then, the teacher was up there teaching, and I ended up, I mean, I wasn't trying to, but everybody was asking me questions, but I'm like teaching people in the class.
So you could do it. And the girl's like, well, shit, I got paid anyway. You go right ahead, baby. You go ahead and do your thing. I'm going to sit here and drink that wine.
Oh, yeah, the wine helped.
I just saw you had some work done. One of your paintings, they put it on a wine bottle.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a company out in Napa Valley. Called Coupe de Fondre.
Okay.
They hire artists to and for the labels, right? So the two artists who did it before me was George Rodrigue, the Blue Dog guy.
Right.
There's one, and Bob Dylan, the singer. I was like,
what?
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan's an artist. I didn't know that.
Right.
He's an artist, but he's a visual artist.
Right.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in great company.
Yeah.
And so they actually, it was a funny story because they hired me, and this was the highest paying job to date at that time. This was just a few years ago. The painting that I did for them first, once they saw, because they say you could just do whatever you want to do. Not for an artist, that's a dream, right? Any musician or whatever, they tell you that. Like, what? Wait, I don't believe you. Do you really mean like anything I want? And they're like, yeah. So, all right. I painted up a piece, and then I sent it to them, the image of it. They're like, oh, it's so nice. It's very nice. But, it's not quite what we were thinking, but we're going to use. I was like, oh, no, it doesn't work like that. Because they're paying me enough. I'm like, okay, what would you like? Like,
right. Let's,
yeah.
I'm here to please. And if you pay me big money,
exactly.
What you want?
Yeah, what you want. So I ended up doing the second image, and they went with that. They wanted more of a traditional New Orleans scene.
Okay.
Because the first one was like this guy with a house on his head with some grapes and the horns and all that stuff. I think it was too edgy for them.
Yeah. We know you're from New Orleans. We'll just look for something, like you said, something more traditional. Yeah. Some people walking the streets.
Right. An umbrella, a little second line.
Yeah,
I can give you that all day.
Right, that's nothing. That's what you want? Sure.
Yeah.
I got like 4 or 5 of those in the bag. I was thinking about doing here. There you go.
There you go.
Long as you paid me, you happy. Here, take it.
Yeah,
Good.
It's
right.
like I'll just give you one of my Jazz Fest posters.
Exactly.
Done.
Have you tasted their wine? Is it good?
No, it's not.
Oh.
No, it's not. I mean, I tasted it after, but even if I tasted it before, I still would have done the drawing.
of course.
They're paying me to do the label, not because
I'm not a wine connoisseur. I'm not here to taste or anything.
Nah.
I came here just paint, and that's what I did. Here you go, enjoy. Oh yeah, no, most definitely.
Yeah.
What? Somebody tell me, look, man, I need you to come play some music for this fried chicken commercial. All right, cool, whatever. Man, chicken garbage. I don't care. I'm getting paid to play
the
my
money right.
Yeah, it's the money right. Okay, well,
Show me the money.
Come on, give me I wear the chicken hand and the feet. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm sure there's a lot of people who do endorsements for things that they never use
Of
or
course.
never eat or drink or.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle was talking about Coke and Pepsi. You know that line? He was like, whoever pays me the most.
Right.
I say it tastes better. Right?
That's right. Pepsi. The choice of Dave Chappelle. Yeah, damn right.
Yeah.
So you have kids?
Yeah. 3 kids.
3 kids.
Yeah, 3
Man.
kids, yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 46. Yeah.
No, man. No, for real.
Yeah,
46.
46. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
You don't look, I thought you was like, because when you said you had kids, I was like, man, he kind of look around our age and stuff. So, because I just made 35. And so I would not give you 40s
Really?
at all.
I'll take that.
At
I'll take
all,
that. Yeah.
bro.
Oh yeah, my I have a 27-year-old, so he's
What?
who has a kid, so I'm a grandfather.
What?
Yeah.
If y'all haven't seen Mr. Terrance Osborne, y'all find him on Instagram. You would not think this. First of all, you wouldn't think he's 46, and you wouldn't think that he was a grandfather at that. Oh my goodness!
And then my middle kid is 20, and then my daughter is 18. So
you have all adults.
yeah. Basically, my daughter's graduating this year, so I'm like, oh,
All right.
about to be empty nesters. I can walk around the house naked.
Come on now. Damn. I don't think we're gonna have kids. I think we waited too late.
You wait too
For
late.
real, man.
You still got a little bit of
Man,
time.
no, I'm trying. I wish you, man. You 46. You about to be an empty nester. I'm 35. She
32.
32. Man, about. Yeah, nah, we're gonna be too old. We're gonna be like him. We're gonna be like the blue dog dude. We're gonna be like him, 6-something, finally reaping our fruits, our labors, and all that. Nah, scratch that. Just keep my kids.
It's funny though. My oldest was born when I was 20, and at the time, like I was all embarrassed, right? Because I'm like, I'm at Xavier, and nobody has kids. I'm like the non-traditional student. I mean, of course the ladies loved him.
Well, of course, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I wasn't embarrassed at him, but it was more like I was a loner in a way, and I had to work. I couldn't hang out and
couldn't go to no parties.
It wasn't like that. I had to take care of my kid.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Man, that's 20.
Yeah,
was
20.
You was 20 when you had your first. Because when I moved up here after Katrina. I was 18, and a lot of people was like, man, you got kids? I was like, no, I ain't got no kids. Man, how old are you? I said, I'm 18. Man, shit, I had my first one when I was 16. I'm like, oh, man. Nah, I'm good. Thank you.
Now, my friend had her first. She was at Xavier, and she had her first right before she turned 20.
Oh, yeah.
Must be something about that school. Say make babies out here.
I think it's the South, though.
It's
in
the South.
they have babies early.
It is.
Yeah.
So your wife, did you meet her at school or? How
So my first son, his mom lives in Texas.
Okay.
So, but we raised him, so like, he's only known us, right? Not that he didn't know her, but I'm saying that we've had him since he was 5 till when he graduated and went to college, but with my wife, 2 kids. So my 20-year-old and 18-year-old. So yeah.
All right. What does, you don't mind me asking, what does your wife do?
She's a meditation guide.
Okay.
And See,
that's why
she
he
also
looks
does
young.
a little bit of yoga.
That's why
And the business. That's what
Right.
she does. Yeah, I mean that works too. You know,
the yoga, the meditating, and like I say, he's his own boss, so he gets to create. That's
That peace.
yeah, man, for real.
But my wife did the business for a long time, like this, because I just wanted to paint. That's it.
Right.
And I did that forever. So I was like the yes man, and she was like a guard dog. Like she was like no, she wouldn't let anybody mess over me.
Right.
She got all the contracts right. I was getting jobs early on with like Jazz Festival and Nike and the Hornets at the time. They're the Pelicans now, but and she would take all those contracts and combine them and make like a super contract, right? We couldn't even read it all, like it's that lawyer lingo.
Yeah.
But she made those contracts to make us look real professional whenever we had to, got another job.
Hell yeah.
So that was her like early on, probably half of my career. She was like been the business end of it. And I started picking it up after that. I
got it, babe. I got it.
What you want to do, babe? Meditation? Right. All right.
Go do your thing now. You got me to a point. Right. I could handle it now. Yeah.
I'm established enough where, then like, yeah, this is how much I want. Come on.
Yeah.
I got it now.
Oh, and if I fall short, she'll come out.
That's right.
Yeah. So she still
that's what I'm talking about. You got a good go get. You know what? I gotta reevaluate some things.
Oh, you're gonna be sleeping on the couch today, bro.
I reevaluate some things. Nah, I'm just playing. But so how long y'all been married?
24 years now.
24 years.
Yeah, we've been together for 25 years. So I married her a year after I met her.
Oh.
Yeah. We were babies, man. Had to figure it all out.
That's what I'm about to say. So now you're 20 with a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And you meet her.
I met her we started dating when I was 21 or 22.
21, 22. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she meets you. She knows that you're going to school for art. Mm-hmm. You got a kid. And she still wanted to talk with you.
she saw the drive, man. I'm telling you, I was working on a mural.
She saw the grind. She's like, okay. Yeah, he ain't no fuck boy.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I feel you.
I'm washing the dishes in the kitchen. Watch him. He gonna make it to the bin side of that Datsun. But yeah, so it was like I was painting a mural at Xavier in the cafeteria, and I got paid $3,000 to do that at the time. That was like, it was a big mural, and I handed her the check. So like that was like, and we had been dating for like maybe 2 months or something like that.
Man, you gave her a $3,000 check.
I handed her a check. I knew what I had too. Man, look, I knew when I saw her, like when I saw her work, I was like, what? Like for instance, a week after I met her, I was at her dorm room and she was on the phone call, right? Business. She's like, yes, blah, 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 sound real professional. After she got off the phone, I was like, was that a job or something? Who is that? She was like, no, it's my sister. I was like, oh, boom. I'm like, that's what I want.
She was
that was your sister? And you were talking like that. That's like she's so professional. I'm like, oh my God, that's what I need right there.
In college to already have that kind of mindset. Yeah. That's sort of dope.
Well, I mean, I guess I could say, I kind of with Creole, I knew what you making that face for?
I didn't make a face.
With Creole, we started dating, and she said I got her drunk, and that's why she.
So I wouldn't second guess it.
So she was second guessing it. Yeah,
he got me drunk. He got me drunk and asked me to be his girlfriend.
Real talk. So the night I asked out, I brought her by my best friend's house. And he was playing spades and was drinking and da. And I was walking to a car. Technically, I never officially asked her to be my girlfriend because this is what happens. I walk into a car and we kissed for the first time. So that right there was like, I was like, well, shit. Okay, yeah, we kissed. And I told her, I said, look.
In your mind, it was official, right?
Right,
there.
because, I'm like, look, I told her that I want to spend more time with you. I want to get to know you more and see where this goes. Therefore, that was my invitation saying, I want to be your man.
So she took it.
Well, no, because...
Oh, no.
Because she was just smile. She's like, okay. So I get home. I go Facebook, make it official. Boom. In a relationship. And I'm waiting.
I was drunk and passed out.
I
got home and just in the bed. So I wasn't paying attention.
She wakes up the next morning and tell her mom, like, oh, yeah.
Because I saw the alert.
Yeah. And she was like,
She was like, oh, you had fun with your friend last night? I was like, yeah. Apparently I'm in a relationship now.
Apparently I'm in a relationship now. All right, cool, whatever. Fast forward. When I proposed to her, same setup. Was by my best friend.
Got her drunk.
Nah, I ain't get it drunk.
He said same setup. I'm
no,
like,
Keisha tried.
She tried to get you.
She poured me this huge goblet of wine.
Well,
she was like, oh, you want some wine? I was like, no, I work at 5 a.m.
She knew you should
drink some wine. And she got the biggest wine goblet and just filled it all the way to the top.
She knew you was going to be on the edge. That's why.
What is wrong with her?
Try to even her out.
Yeah, try to even her out. And I proposed to her there.
All right.
So
how long y'all been married now?
Oh, we ain't married yet.
Oh, okay.
We just engaged.
All right.
We got engaged
in October
last year.
Yeah.
October. Yeah. My birthday is October 2nd.
Oh, okay.
All right. When
14th.
in October? 14th? All right. Look at that.
So, but we've been together for
going on 8 years.
Oh,
that's beautiful. Yep.
But no, I feel bad now because you was in a year in and you would say, Mary, let's do it.
Oh, I mean, I was just diving in, I don't recommend it, but it worked out,
yeah.
No, I knew that I knew I wanted to marry her probably 2 weeks in.
Okay.
I knew just like you said, like I was on my way to a gig and my van broke down and she was, this is when we first. This was
the same day.
Yeah, the same day. And she was like, well, yeah, I'm gonna come get you. I'm like, she don't even know where the hell I'm at. I'm in the country. She gonna come get me? I knew right then and there. I said, I got a down one. That's the one. That's the one. So I'm very blessed. I look forward to that. I'm gonna make sure I send you and the wife an invite.
Yeah,
y'all want to come through?
We'll be there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, 8 years. So like I said, my question is this. How did you make that work? How? I know it had to be crazy.
That's a good question. I mean, rather than going into all kinds of details, as it's not really necessary. Both of us went through changes, right? I went through changes in my 20s. She went through her changes in her like late 30s, and she's 44 now. So
right.
But
because like I say, being at y'all early, like you say, changes. Like you're not who you were at that point in your life. So that's why I'm like,
well, and then part of it too is like, we put our partners into boxes, right? They behave a certain way, so we expect them to stay that way. Mm-hmm. And when they start changing, then you have problems. Like, nah, I want you to stay. This is how I see you. I want you to stay like that. But so I think what helped is staying through the change and accepting, all right, well, I have to see my spouse as a new person because they're not the same. I can't keep holding them in those boxes. So I think that's deciding to stay no matter what is, I think that's a secret to your relationship, because even if you there was a time where I was like, I don't want to be with her anymore. It happened more than once, but I was like, I know that I don't want to be with her, but if I leave, and I did leave for a short time. But I still never really, my heart never really left,
Right. Physically you left, but my ties and my emotions still stuck with it.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, so if I end this, I don't want to regret and say, maybe if I'd stayed, you know, I don't want to miss something. Like maybe I'll regret like not staying.
Right.
And so let me stay a little longer just to see if this is what I really want. And that staying helped to work things out. You know, like you just work it out. Yeah.
Now you're here, you know, married, you know, about to be, like say, empty nesters, and hey, man. Mm-hmm. And now, since y'all about to be empty nesters, it's kind of like y'all kind of get to I don't know.
Remake ourselves.
Yeah, kind of, because, you know, now it's
rediscover.
Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, damn, ain't nobody, hey, what's up, Dan? What you doing tonight?
Yeah.
Let's go meditate. Yeah,
right. Because that's what my parents had to get used to. My mom was like, my dad was like, well, what does Tiffany and Monique want for dinner? And my mom was like, Monique is with her, Tiffany's with Raph. What are we doing? Like, don't worry about them. They're fine. They can go get their own food.
That's the kind of stuff we talk about.
Oh, yeah, we ain't got to wait on them. And they would just finally go, you know?
Man, that's a blessing.
Yeah,
that's
I mean, wait, and look, and my wife did the same thing with me too. You know, like she had to stay, you know, and through my bull, you know.
Yeah.
But it's funny that you say that about the kids, because like now, since my oldest, he has his place, but my two youngest are still there. But they come and go.
Right.
At 10 o'clock, we lock the doors at night. So if you're not home, you're sleeping on the patio, or you're sleeping at 10 o'clock. That's it. So I'm like, you're 10 o'clock. We're like, what are we going to do, babe?
Damn,
you know?
What about on the weekends? Do they at least get to 12?
Same time. 10 o'clock. No. But look, I mean, it works that way. We just started that with my daughter today.
Okay.
You know, because she's graduated.
10 o'clock.
Yeah, that and it works that way, because really, if they're young adults and they want to hang out and all that, it's like, yeah, okay, 10:01 the door locks. If not, you know, you're home. You know, you can eat something out of the refrigerator. You can go to bed. You can whatever.
Right.
But you know, I think that and for my son, my 20-year-old, he actually came in after 10 about 5 times, 5 different nights. And after sleeping on the patio, he's never done it again. I mean, it's a great teacher, you know. And you know, I mean, we seem cool, but my wife's frantic about it. She's like, "Oh, my baby's out there." So I'm like, "Babe, just relax. They're not gonna die." Like, you know.
What time
might get by some mosquitoes. But
what time does the door open? What time does the door open?
When we get up, like, you know. 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Okay. Oh, you party last night, huh? And fun. Oh yeah, my mother, she's like, hers is like 12, and she'd be like, if you don't come before 12, that door lock, you baby sleep in your car and da. Shoot, I remember when I had moved out. I had my own place. I sent her a text. Guess what? It's 3 o'clock. I just got home. Because everything was killing hours. Yeah. You know, they kill it. They don't pick a certain time to kill. They kill wherever they want to. Ain't no certain time. Why they kill more this time?
Yeah.
Mom.
You know,
okay.
my mom used to say, nothing good happens after 12.
Yeah.
You know, you heard that.
That's when it pops off.
I know, huh?
That's when it pops off the most after 12. What you talking about?
That's what my mom said. That's not what I said.
No, right. So how did I want to say, with the pandemic, did that affect like you doing your work or getting work brought to you?
You know, I have to say that like I'm lucky really when it comes to that, because before I opened the gallery's only been open for 4 years. Yeah. But before I opened the gallery, I was at my home studio painting, working on everything, all the jobs that I got, you know, so money always came in that way. When the gallery opened, it was more of like an addition. It was an extra income, you know? So once the pandemic happened, I just did what I was doing at the studio before. Yeah. So that didn't change too much. But I also created more work for myself, because I did this piece called Frontline of this lady, you know, the nod to Rosie the Riveter piece. Yeah. We're making the muscle and all that. So
I just saw they made a sticker that would say vaccinated.
A sticker, yeah. That went viral. It was on CNN. Like, I got a lot of attention from that. People were buying posters like crazy. So
that's what's up.
That created some income. And then the gallery was closed, so I could give more attention to doing things like that.
Right.
You know? Mm-hmm.
So you came out, and it was kind of a blessing in disguise for you, because like you said, you was able to, like you said, focus more on your work.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like I said, I feel lucky to be able to do that, because I did it for Katrina as well.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Like when Katrina hit, I started making Katrina pieces. Houses with water underneath is my thing. So, but I think that's like it's sort of that survival mechanism kicks in, and I'm like, all right, well, this has happened. And artists are more like, we document history in a way,
right.
We're historians in a way. So we're going to paint about what's going on. So like, if at least when you're in the flow, when you feel what's going on, what's going on, and you paint about it, like a musician would sing about it,
Right.
I made out all right with it, and I know artists who didn't, I know galleries that closed, artists that ended up going to do other stuff. It's just like, it's tough.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in the NFL of art in a way, I know where I am, it's not like one day I would be like, oh yeah, I had it. I didn't know I had it. No, I know.
Yeah.
I know,
Most definitely.
Yeah.
You got it. You definitely got it. So where do you see yourself, like, let's say 5 years? Like, as a artist, as painter, everything, what is like what's the ideal ultimate goal? I know, like, as musicians and stuff, it's like, oh, I want to win a Grammy, or, blase blah, do this. Like, do you feel that you have reached your peak yet, or are you still climbing, or?
Yeah, it's that, and that's a good question, because I used to have these certain goals, like, I don't anymore, and it's not that it's not like I'm discouraged and I don't have goals. No. It's not like that. Well, what I'm saying is things have unfolded in a way, in such a way that, like, I don't feel like I had my hand in it. You know what I mean? Like, there's some things that you can create. Like, you can say, all right, I want a glass of water. You're gonna get a glass of water.
Right.
But I feel like there's so many elements to what you're doing, and to what I'm doing in my career, that I don't have a grasp on controlling it. It's its own animal in a way.
Yeah.
So I more so ride the wave rather than trying to force a square peg into a round hole,
Yeah.
It's just I kind of go with the flow. So yeah. Yeah, wherever it takes me, pretty much. And then I used to chase jobs, but now I get to pick. So they kind of chase me. So
that's a
I
blessing.
know, you know what I mean?
That is a blessing.
That's it. And I feel like I'm in that golden spot where I can do that. So I can just like relax. Like, all right, this is what I want to do. I know what I'm going to be working on. It's more recent stuff, it's not so much, years from now, what am I going to be doing,
Well, I consider you as a local living legend, of a staple in the city of New Orleans. And as being so, a lot of people who get to that plateau in their careers,
Peak.
I'm sorry, peak. I don't know why I keep saying plateau. But when they get to their peak, or when they're on that, like you say, that wave that you're riding of success and everything, they tend to dip out and leave the city. Mm-hmm. And, me and Creole, we go back, we talk about this all the time. We want this podcast to pick up, hopefully, eventually, to get it syndicated, to maybe into a radio show, or whatever the case may be. But we know for a fact that we do not want to leave the city of New Orleans, because there's so many talented people as yourself and others out there that they have to leave out the city to try to talk on a platform, to put themselves out there. Mm-hmm. And like I said, do you ever see yourself possibly leaving?
Nah. Yeah, I mean, there's a way to do whatever you want to do from where you are.
Right.
For an artist, it's tougher to go around displaying your work, exhibiting here and there, toting all that stuff, renting trucks and whatever. It's like insurance. It's a tough job. And I know artists who do that, and I've never wanted to. Like Jazz Fest has pretty much spoiled me, right? Because Jazz Fest is like when you get there, your booth is set up. Right. You don't have to, the structure of it, at least, you decorate it, but nowhere else do they do that. Now, Jazz Festival is the highest grossing festival in the world. So you got all the big names coming in, right? If you get the poster, it's the highest grossing festival poster in the world too. Yeah. So it's
they're so hard to come by.
Yeah. So it's a huge deal. So that was like my foundation. It kept me grounded in where I am. So I feel like, I can do Jazz Fest every year and make enough money to put me over for the next year. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I stuck with that, and I never went to other festivals and tried to get my stuff out. Now I do work, but I work from afar. Like if a company contacts me and it's like, you want to, they want some image, I sketch it up, take a picture of it, email it to them.
Right.
Is this what you want? Yeah. Okay. Paint it up, pay me. Give it to them to work, is this
right?
That?
And with technology, you can do that. Like it's just like I don't have to come see you face to face.
Yes, right. And the pandemic showed us that. A lot
absolutely.
of you can do that. Yeah. So New Orleans is like, why would I leave New Orleans? Like New Orleans, if you don't feel the essence of New Orleans, then you're half dead. Like if you're here and you don't experience that, there's so much culture,
so much,
and then even the people. Like you got all kind of visual things. Yeah, you got the touristy stuff and all that, but I think the core of it is like the people. Like here, nobody's a stranger, right?
No,
this is when people come here, they love the hospitality here, and it's because when people talk to you in other cities, they want something,
right?
Like it's that kind of thing. But what we want is camaraderie. What we want is to talk, and to be loved.
Like we tell everybody hello. Like as soon as you make eye contact, you tell them hello. Like when we were in Georgia after Katrina, like my mom would see somebody and, oh, hey, how you doing? And we're like, look at her strange. Like, why are you talking to me? But here it's just like, oh, hey, what's up? And
it's part of the culture. Yeah. I mean, we touch each other here. We hug, it's right. Like, and that's why it was so hard for us for the pandemic too, like, cause we can't.
We're so used to being around each other. Yeah.
What, me, I can't go by Big Mama and get no gumbo? Right. How long this shit go?
Well, the second lines got canceled. Pandemic started like right in time for St. Joseph's Day with the Indians coming out, so they couldn't do their thing. And and then of course this year we didn't have Mardi Gras, we couldn't have Jazz Fest, we couldn't have Voodoo Fest, Essence Fest.
Yeah,
French Quarter
Fest. And the whole world experienced, the pandemic.
Right.
But we went through Katrina. So it's like the whole world experienced a Katrina in a way. But like,
exactly.
New Orleanians were resilient. So we know we're going to get back to everything. Right. We're just starting to get back to it. So, that culture is always going to be there.
Most definitely. Like I said, I told her, I said, things pop off for us and whatnot. We might have like a condo in LA to do business.
For sure.
But home will always be here. And I don't want to leave New Orleans. I don't plan on leaving New Orleans. I just feel like the city itself, like you say, with the culture and what we have to offer, I feel like the city itself can be it could be on a grander scale than what it is now. And I just feel like the main issue we having is that, we have people who come down here and all they do is take, but they don't put back in the city. And, as like you was telling me how the state have things set up with funding and everything. That's why I'm hoping, which it sounds like it was they're going to pass it. They're going to legalize the whole weed thing. And I hope that the city is able to capitalize on that and take the money from that and keep it in the city.
Yeah.
To redo the infrastructures and everything. Because like I said, I mean, for instance, when I went down and I saw they redid the convention center. That looks gorgeous.
Oh, it's beautiful.
The Riverwalk, that looks gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And that's all, right now. So if we can do it for that portion of the city, the rest of that city needs that money to fix up everything, the streets, some more greenways, the neighborhoods, all of that. Because like I said, you can sit here and try to gentrify neighborhoods all you want, but that is the culture. That is New Orleans.
Yeah.
The corner store, that's New Orleans.
Yeah.
What's the name of? No, that's the corner store.
That's the corner store.
The orange store.
The orange store.
There's a painting that I want to do called the corner store. Right? I've always wanted to paint a corner store. Definitely.
Do that.
But no, you're absolutely right, man. I hope that it all, and I think it all will go through, legalizing marijuana here. I mean, the way we sell alcohol here, I mean,
exactly.
Alcohol is like a lot more, it's killing people. That would be great. That would be great for the industry.
Yeah.
We make so much money.
I got a cousin who makes pecan candy. I said, man, as soon as they legalize that.
Pecan candy.
Yes.
Pralines.
You like pecan candy?
I try not to eat the sugar too much, but I do like it. Yeah. I grew up on it.
I got you covered.
Oh, for sure.
But I told him, I said, man, look, we're going to have to go business on that other side of the track because that's when the money gonna be at, man.
Man, I just got the domain name NOLA dispensary because I'm thinking about it. Like I'm like maybe I should open up a spot. Like it wouldn't be like any others. I'd have artwork in there, like make it real jazzy, real funky.
Yeah, man, I'll come play some music up in there.
That's a good idea. I might hold you to that.
Hey, I'm dead serious. Because that's another thing I was saying, man. Can you imagine? I mean, our food already tastes good down here, so you can't imagine how many dishes or restaurants are going to pop up with, this is infused. Man. I told me and Creole, we had went, I don't know, do you partake in such, you smoke or whatever?
Not here and there, not a bit cheaper, but yeah.
Yeah, you're social.
Yeah, socially, yeah.
Have you ever tried an edible?
Yeah.
So I prefer edible. So
you like to sneak up on you.
Yeah. So because it's a different vibe. It's a different way. It's like, oh, okay. Like I know, like if I do an edible, I know when it kicks in because you ever seen like fog coming in on the bank slowly? Mm-hmm. So that's how I feel like it's the back of my eyes and it hits. It like, I'm like, oh. Yeah. So anyway, we had went to Copeland's and went out to eat.
Oh God.
And I told her, and we tearing the food up. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I want a brownie. But this brownie right here, I know if I wasn't high, I know that this brownie would taste just regular.
Like nothing.
Nothing. I ate that brownie. I said, man, this brownie is like on point. Like
best brownie in the
best
world.
Brownie ever. So that's why I say I know for the fact that once they legalize it, the food that I know that tastes good.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
they're gonna go crazy.
Oh yeah, I know that for sure.
They're gonna go crazy.
It's funny though. It doesn't do that for me. Like,
really?
Yeah, if ever I smoke or eat edible, the only thing I want to eat is like lettuce. Like nothing on it. Like I don't know. It's like it makes me not want to eat.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. I think.
Well, if I ever in a session with you, hey, give my boy that bag of lettuce. Hey, you go to the store?
Did it come out of the garden?
Give him a head of lettuce. He's gonna need that. Lettuce. Look, man, that's what my boy eats. Give him a head of lettuce.
Thank you. You got me.
Yeah, man. I definitely, like I say, I pray that they do legalize it so we get some of that money because, like I say, I love the city of New Orleans. I love the culture. Like she said, I love the painting, the music, the Indians, the food. I mean, there's no other city. Like when they did Uber, I Ubered for a little bit and picking up the people from out of town, man. They're like, man, there's no other city in the world like this, man. I love New Orleans, da da da. You know where I can get an 8-ball? I said, what? Oh,
8 Ball.
8 Ball. I had to research that.
Right, so wait,
You talking about coke?
From the 90s, 80s?
Yeah, 8 Ball. I said, I don't know that. I could get you some weed probably, but I don't know about no. Oh, man, come on, you don't know nobody. I said, man, I don't mess with that coke. I'm like, are you a cop? You trying to set me up?
So
no,
wait,
man.
I that went over my head. So he was asking for coke?
Yeah, that's
So
what
8
8 Ball. 8 Ball is cocaine when they used to.
I was thinking the drink, like
Oh
8 Ball.
no, 8 Ball is a coke. So instead, they used to compress it down to a ball.
Okay.
And
How you know all this?
I saw a movie.
Okay.
I saw a movie. I did research. Okay.
All right.
I saw a movie.
That's it.
So that's what 8 Ball coke. So that's what it's
All right.
and I'm like, because for him, instead of him just
That's a
saying
lot of coke.
that
Like,
is a lot
yeah.
of coke. White people, man, you know, it was white people. That dude was like already strung out. I say, man, if I had one, you don't need it. You don't need it.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's not the first time I had. I met this Jewish couple.
Mm-hmm.
They asked for cocaine too.
What?
Yeah, I'm like, man, why y'all think we?
Yeah,
I mean, I
people
don't.
do cocaine.
Exactly.
Like,
That's not our thing down here. Yeah.
It's not weed, people. Weed, okay. You want meth? Go to Saint Bernard for that. You heard me?
Saint
Weed,
Bernard.
you know. That's what we got.
Chalmette.
Yeah, go to Chalmette. Weed, man. It's like 8
that's
Ball
funny.
cocaine. What's
8
wrong with
Ball.
y'all? Man, let's go get a daiquiri and just call it a day.
That's
Lord.
it. That's it.
But yeah, man. Like I say, I ever don't want to leave the city because, like I say, it's like where can you just wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, go to a spot, and fall in?
Yeah. Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like just any time of day for that matter.
Any time of day.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere. Do you have any questions for Mr.
I've
Terrance?
been enjoying the conversation between y'all.
Hey, remember I had inbox you about those playing cards. You ever thought about that, bro?
I would love to do that really, because some of my artwork works perfectly for it. But there's so many things like that I want to do. I don't want to cheapen my art either. So
Yeah.
like T-shirts and
No.
mugs.
Well, no,
and
not that,
so
yeah.
I try to take it slow.
Yeah,
So
I think the playing cards wouldn't cheat you because especially like I said, you say you have pieces of work, man. I'll tell you right now, I'm ready for my first day. Cause man, they're gonna be right there. Playing spades with this.
And only take them out for like certain
Slamming them down.
occasions.
That's right. Got that. Let's go. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, you definitely, like I say, yeah, the T-shirts, nah.
Yeah.
Certain things is like, we down here, we big on playing cards and stuff, pity pat and all that. So I really think that if you come out with some playing cards, I know they're gonna be just badass looking, and I'm telling you,
I can see
Yeah.
my grandmother pulling out a deck of those cards along with her Ziploc bag of quarters.
that's right.
So on
That's right.
with a beer,
That's right. Let's go.
a rag over our shoulder. Like, come on, let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, man. These the shoes, though. I told you I had.
So what is that?
So this is for Christmas.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
birthday?
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
Knock the mic down. There we go. Oh yes. The Air
So I
Force Ones.
had got an artist that she paints shoes in Atlanta.
That's right.
And I sent the pictures of your work. And I said I want to be the color scheme, the theme, kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's beautiful. Yeah, I love that. Look at you, man. So wait. So what does she charge for stuff like this? If you don't
Man,
mind?
those shoes were, I could tell you, yeah, man, because you're behind you could be doing that too, man.
Yeah, except I mean, I'd probably. This is hard for me because like my originals start at like $20,000, right?
Yeah, I know.
So these are 2 originals I'm holding.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would have to figure that out.
So
they would be no more
392.
for it. Oh yeah, I mean that's you do much better getting her to do it.
Yeah, but it's not original. It's not yours. Though.
This isn't original though. She didn't print this.
Well, no, I mean it's her original. I'm saying it's not your original.
No, but some from him, they were going to glass case, and that
somebody
would live.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to buy it unless they take afterpay, something like that.
You know how long you be paying afterpay to him?
Hey, it doesn't matter. but they would, if you would do, let's say you do let's say you wanted to do let's say you did 5 of them, man. Somebody would buy them. Some celebrity would buy those.
Oh yeah.
I know they would.
Yeah, you know what's crazy though? Celebrities don't really buy my work.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like the people who buy my work are pretty much people who've been wanting, like they've been saving up to buy an original.
Oh yeah.
And they're first time collectors. Those are the people that actually buy my work. I mean, I do have repeat buyers, but celebrities don't. Like the only person that Anthony Mackie, he purchased. You know Anthony Mackie.
Oh yeah, that's local legend.
Yeah. He purchased 2 pieces. Neville, what's her name? Charmaine Neville.
Not a local legend.
Yeah. But not too many.
But
So
that's
interesting.
because they appreciate the culture
Yeah.
of your art. That's why.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think my art's kind of like gateway art, right? Mm-hmm. Like it leads people, it breaks people into the art world if they really want to make an investment and like get their first piece of art,
Right.
They tend to. 'Cause I used to have on the back of my cards the art that you're looking for, because people would come into my spot or see my artwork and it's like, man, this is what I've been looking for, and they would spend that first large amount of money, so I feel like I'm in that spot where I mean,
my game plan is because I want an original. I want to buy an original from you. But I also want something made too. Eventually. Right. No, not right now though, because I can't afford it.
I got you. I thought we were negotiating.
Yeah. No, I can't even afford to negotiate with you right now. I'm talking about once things pop off for us, then I'm like, I'm calling you Terrance. I got that endorsement money.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. That's what I want.
The first big purchase.
Yeah, that's what I want.
I'm with it. I'm gonna take care of you, bro.
Forget a car. Forget a mansion.
No, I want
original.
That's right. I want original. I want them to be like, oh man, I got that poster. No, this is not no poster. This is original. This is handcrafted by the man himself.
There it is.
That's what he was. That's what I want. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I was telling Creole, I said, you think he gonna bring us something? Like a postcard or something? Something.
I'm not being hospitable. I should have brought y'all something.
It's okay. It's good.
No.
But you got the address if you want to come back and drop something off. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's in my navigation. That's right.
But so did any of your kids pick up on painting, or they all?
Yeah, well, my oldest is a graphic artist.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty good too. It's like, if you can look him up on Instagram, it's LT Osborne. He's killer. So
good, because I get tired of doing graphics sometimes.
Yeah. He'll do it. And his prices are decent too. They're not too bad. So, and then my middle kid is a culinary artist.
Okay.
So he's he does gastronomy, all of that. He's fancy with like. And then my daughter is a vocal artist, so she sings.
Okay.
And she sings in front of the gallery too.
Okay.
So
okay.
Sometimes some days she makes more money than I do. So they all.
So everybody has an artistic bug. Yeah.
Man, that's what's up.
Yeah. Did you find him?
Yeah, I found
LT Osborne. Yeah.
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Webcomic artist, digital illustrator, commissions. So that's what commissions mean? Like when you want something custom made?
Yeah. You commissioned these. So that was a commission. Yeah. So you're probably thinking commission like get a commission. Yeah. That's a different type of commission.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause I got a guy, he does poetry. And he said, "Yeah, I have a commission piece I got to do." I'm like,
Yeah.
So that's what I thought. Shit, I thought it was just I got work to do.
I mean, it is work, commission. Because you would commission a piece, for me to do.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So man, I can't believe nobody famous like real man. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, and I've been approached by a few of them, but
really?
when I give them the price, they just go.
Are these well-known celebrities, like celebrities that they have money? And
Yeah, a few of them. Yeah. So I mean,
so I got it like that.
Yeah, I'm not really complaining.
But my thing is this though, is because as an artist, first of all, especially doing art is a time-consuming. It's time-consuming. It's time. That's why like I said, I do graphics and whatnot and little websites and stuff. I really don't tell a lot of people about it because a lot of people don't understand. It's like you're really paying for my time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because this is time-consuming, especially if you come to me with nothing, a blank canvas. You don't have no ideas, no suggestion. Oh, yeah. And it's like, because like I did for those shoes, I told her what I wanted. I said, look, these are certain, now if you look at it, so you see the British flag, the Union Jack
flag.
On the other side.
Oh, yeah.
So everything I could tell you got meaning. So the British flag, she went to London. Mm-hmm. Okay. St. Mary's, that's the high school she went to.
Oh, yeah.
Trombone, because she plays a trombone.
Nice.
If you look at the foot, the Endymion, that's her favorite night parade. Mm-hmm. The Delta elephant, her mama was a Delta. She had passed away. Mm-hmm. The moon, I call her my moon pie. Mm-hmm. So you look at that, that's just something she had.
Okay, all right.
So then the other shoe, of course, the bridge. I live on the West Bank. She lives on this side.
All right.
The microphone for the podcasting. Mm-hmm. The street sign. That's the street where my friend lives, where I asked her to be my girlfriend and proposed to.
Okay.
She had another trombone. The street cart, she took me on a street cart ride. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I never been on one. And the trees is a tree.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and the Facebook, because we met on Facebook, if you look in the front.
Oh, yeah, all right.
And that's the ring that I got her.
Oh, nice.
So,
nice.
Like I said, everything, has a meaning. So I gave her that.
Yeah.
So it helped her out. It wasn't nothing like she had to try to figure out on her own. Mm-hmm. So I just,
Yeah, and that, of course, that like an artist who's going to spend a lot of time on their work, and you got to pay them for their time.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you know what I do, like what I've been doing lately. It's not even about my time. It's if I like it. Like, so if I do a piece in the gallery and I hang it, I could do. There can be another piece that's the same exact size on the other side of the gallery, and I don't like it as much. It's going to be half the price as the one that I like.
And I feel you on that too.
Yeah.
I mean, there are ways to do it. It's like it's no rule. That is one rule. Like you or. I don't know if you want to call it a rule, but an artist can use that. Like this is my time, or this is how big it is. They can use all those things to measure what the price is going to be.
So y'all hear that? So if y'all go to his gallery, find out which ones he don't like. You get a better deal. Because you find out the ones he does like, and you ain't coming correct, and you ain't getting it. So just go in there and be like, "Do you like that painting?" And he'd be like, "All right, let's talk about it then. Yeah. Let's bargain this one out."
Good tactic. Yeah,
let's bargain this one out. Have you worked with any like any artists, like any musicians or anything?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I've been pretty much a loner with my stuff. It's how I like it. Because when you get other people involved, then you have to consider them, and then I don't know. I feel like I can teach, but like collaboration, it just gets to be.
It gets sticky.
It does get sticky. And I mean, I think most people have good intention. They want to partner and like do something nice. It's cool. But I don't know. I kind of shy away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, especially as an artist, I'm sure it's like tricky trying to like collaborate your style with someone else's style, and like you say, different ideas and things like that.
And it can be done. I'm not saying like.
Yeah, but I mean, it takes a lot of, it's a headache, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
it just have to really be the right pair.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, it had to be. Yeah, because like you say, you've been doing this on your own for so long, so it's like, you know, just give me my tools and just let me do me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
yeah. And then, you know, like my wife and I have partnered with people like to try to, on the marketing side at least, to try to help my career out, and they always fall off, right? Or we always fire them. It's just like, you know, that kind of thing, because it's like nobody has my best interest at heart like my wife does.
Right. Of course.
Yeah. I you know, so if they don't have the level of interest or you know, or best interest like my wife does, then it's not not gonna work. You know, they have to like really be in. So we end up just doing stuff on our own. Like, and that's why I try to tell young artists too. Like, nobody's gonna do anything for you. You have to do it. You just like you could try to get with somebody and try to get them to do something or invest or whatever. Yeah, it's cool.
But like you say, if you're like, I got a friend who does music, and you know, he's talking about getting a manager. And I told him, I said, why get a manager? Because I feel like this, as you said, you and your wife do it together because your wife has your best interest. So you know that your wife is going to go hard for you. You know that.
Yep.
So I was telling him, I say, why get a manager? Especially he's managing other people. He's not gonna go 100% for you,
right?
Because he got other people he's managing. And I told him, I say, if anything, try to get somebody who's close to you, who believes in your talent, in your art, and have them manage you. Yeah, because
not family though.
Yeah, well, no, not family. Not family. But you know that they're gonna go hard for you. That they're gonna vouch for you.
Yeah.
And like you say, if I feel like we're not on that same level. Like I say, if I feel like that, if you're not gonna go as hard for me as I'm gonna go hard for you, then like I say, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah. I mean, it's no coincidence that your ladies here and y'all working together. I mean, it works. Y'all work well together. It works. You know, I recommend that.
Oh yeah, she definitely go hard in the paint.
In the paint, yeah.
She go hard in the paint.
I have to.
Vice versa. But man, it's that time though.
Is it?
Yeah, man. We passed that point. I ain't gonna lie. I could keep talking to him.
Yeah.
But I know you got things to do. She gotta get ready for work later on. But man, I tell you, I don't know about you. I'd like to have you come back again, though.
Yeah, I would be happy to come back. And
that's what I'm talking about. See, that's why you got to do that, baby.
Yeah.
Have him come back in.
Y'all a lot of fun. I'm telling you.
Yeah, like, man. And look, don't. You just got to meet up for a podcast, man. We can meet outside. You know, you got my number, vice versa. You know, we can meet up and drink somewhere. That's what I say. Drink some nasty ass wine or whatever. I mean, what do you drink when you do drink? Like brown, white, wine?
White and wine. Mostly. Okay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, there's really only one wine that I like. There's a wine called Belle Gloss. You know it?
Belle Gloss. I never heard of it.
It looks like they took the whole bottle or half the bottle and dipped it in red wax.
Okay.
So when you see it, it's you know it.
Okay.
There's no other bottle that looks like
that. What kind of wine is it? It's a red wine?
Pinot Noir. Yes, a red.
Pinot Noir.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's I mean that's it. I don't know a whole lot about wines except I like that one.
That particular one. I got my own.
So when we go grab a drink, I know the spot that has it.
All right.
They make the best drinks. You know that spot, the Vintage, right near my gallery on Magazine Street. It's across from the Rum House.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
It looks like a little cafe, but it's not. It's like a it's nice. It's a nice little spot.
All right. Then we're going to
I've never been in there, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
We're going to have to do it. Like I said, since you're not going to be empty nesters and whatnot.
I know.
That's right.
It's time.
But we got to make sure we get y'all home for a 10 though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Set an example.
Exactly, set an example. But once again, Mr. Terrance Osborne. Terrance, thank you again for coming, man. If you like, please give me your Instagram, your location. You want to see your work or whatnot, let them know.
Yeah, I try to keep it real simple. Just my name, like Terrance Osborne, TerranCe. It's on Instagram, on Facebook. My website, terranceosborne.com.
There you go.
Okay.
Plain and simple.
Yep.
But I'm telling you guys, amazing artwork. Please go follow him. Go look at it. Locally, if you're here, go check out the gallery. Buy some of his pieces. You won't, I'm telling you, like you say, it is gateway art. It will get you into wanting to buy more and more. And I feel like your work definitely catches the essence and the culture of the city. I love your color schemes. I just love how you do what you do. You do it so well, man. And I just pray that you keep on getting blessings and keep on growing, man. Which you will, man. It's in you. Like you're saying, you have a partner that's right there with you, ready to ride or die. Make sure you get there. So
yes, sir.
Those are blessings, definitely.
Yeah,
so once again, Terrance, I thank you for coming, man. It's very appreciative. Creole,
and he's definitely from the get go. Like, you were one of the first people he wanted to get on this podcast.
Nice.
I told I said they were gonna get him.
I appreciate that, man.
Now we're gonna try to get the mayor. See if we can get her on here.
Oh Lord.
T.
Good luck
Try
with
to get T.
that.
What you mean? T might come on.
Man.
She might come up in here.
Maybe.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
You know I got that mouthpiece. I'm like, good evening. You want them votes, so you better come on this podcast. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this has been another episode of All But Yeah. I am your host, Creole.
You're Creole?
I'm your host, Retro.
Not Creole.
And with Creole, I'm sorry, man. Look, I'm kind of starstruck still a little because, Terrance here and everything. Like I say, I've been excited for this for a long time. I've been wanting this to happen. It's happening. And like I said,
And you can't remember who you are.
Yeah, I can't remember who I am. And I just look forward to doing more and more, getting more people on here, man. But like I said, this is his first time, but it won't be his last time. So, like I said, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you download and subscribe. And other than that, we out, y'all.
Peace.
Let's go. It's your girl Creole. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy. It's your boy Retro. Retro. It's your boy. It's your boy. It's your boy. It's your boy Retro. Retro. Let's go. It's Creole. Let's go. It's Creole. Let's go. Your girl Creole. Let's go. Your girl Creole. Oh yeah. It's your girl Creole. Let's go. It's your girl Creole. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. But yeah.